Okay, so you have the whiteboard right in front of you. Why not write down some of the properties of prime numbers? Let's see. Okay, so prime numbers can only wonderful can only be divided, okay, by wow itself or 1. Perfect. Perfect. So any example? Any example that comes to your mind? Oh wow, 5. What else? Any number bigger than 20? Let's see. Anything? Wonderful. Because 23 has only 2 factors. That is 1 and 23, right? Okay. So what about 1? Is 1 a prime number? If I write 1, so is 1 a prime number? Are you sure? Okay. So how many factors does a prime number have? We discussed it has only 2 factors, right? Okay. So if I say it has 2 factors, how many factors does 1 have? 1 or 2? Okay. So it has only 1 factor. Okay. So this somehow gives us an idea that it might not be a prime number, right? And you know, the definition of prime number says that the number should be, if I use n for the number, so n should be greater than 1. Are you comfortable, are you aware of this symbol here? Okay. So this symbol, this symbol stands for greater than. Okay. So when I say the number should be greater than 1, then what all numbers can be, can be considered to be checked for prime numbers? Okay, so 4 can be checked, but if we check 4, let's see, in fact that's a very good example. So what all factors does 4 have? Let's see. So does it have 1 as a factor? Does it have 2? Can it be divided by 2? And can it be divided by 4? So basically this has 1 extra factor apart from 1 and itself, right? So that makes it not prime, or in fact, what do we call the numbers? Those are called composite numbers, right? Heard of them? Okay, so they are called composite numbers. Okay, so composite numbers are those numbers which are not prime, or in other words we can say that these numbers are divisible by more than two numbers, right? That is more than the number itself and 1. Okay, for example, in case of 4, there is 1 extra factor, that is 2, right? Okay. Okay, do you want to watch a video on it? Okay, let's see a video.
So you want to know what a prime number is. A prime number...
Are you able to watch the video? Riya, is the video available to you? Okay, good. Let's see.
Is a number that has 2 qualities. The first quality is that the number is greater than 1. In other words, all prime numbers are positive and they're all bigger than 1. The second quality for a number to be a prime number is that its only factors are 1 and itself.
Okay, so Riya, if you notice the first 2 things that have been written in the video, so this is what basically you told me, right? So you had a pretty good understanding of prime numbers, right, Riya? Okay, so the first condition, as it says, the number should be greater than 1, okay, and the number should have more than 2 factors, that is, it can be divided by more than 2 numbers, 1 and itself, and if it's divided by more than 2 numbers, then it's not a prime number, right? it's divided by, if it can be divided by only two numbers, then it's a prime number. Okay? Let's see the video.
In other words, a prime number has to be greater than 1, and its only factors can be 1 and that number. So let's find some prime numbers. Since they have to be greater than 1, let's look at 2 first. Is 2 a prime number? Yes. 2's only factors are 1 and 2, so 2's a prime number. What about 3? Is 3 a prime number? Yes. 3's only factors are 1 and 3.
Okay, so you see, they have taken up the two examples of 2 and 3, the first two prime numbers, okay? So, if you look at the positive numbers, so positive numbers which are greater than 1, so we have 2 and 3, right? Those are the two numbers that comes first to our mind, okay? And when we check both of these numbers, we'll find that they have only two factors. That is, 2 has, what are the factors 2 have? Or in other words, which 2. You can talk about 2, so which are the two numbers, or which are the numbers that can divide 2? Very good. And what about 3? Perfect, perfect. Let's see.
What about 4? Nope. 4 has factors of 1, 2, and 4, not just 1 and 4. So 4 is not a prime number. What about 5? Yes, 5's a prime number too. So is 7. So is 11. So is 13, 17, and 19. And I could go on and on forever finding you prime numbers, but you probably have other things to do. Plus,
Right?
I think...
Okay, so basically, from 2 to 9, from, the numbers which are less than 20, if you can see, so these are the numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So these are the numbers, those are prime, right? But, if you, like you told me, some of the numbers that are greater than 20, so you said 23, right? Can you give me more examples? Can you give me more examples for the numbers which are greater than 20 and which are prime? Okay, 29. Okay, let's see. 29. Okay, because I doubt 29. What are the factors for 29? Let's see. You have to convince me. Come on. Okay. Okay. Are you sure? 100%? Okay, very good. I was just trying to confuse you, but you are a very smart kid. That's why you got it right. So wow, 1 and 29. Okay. So that makes it prime. Okay. Why not I give you a worksheet and you can solve a few of these questions. Okay. Let's see. So the worksheet is uploading, and let's see how we do it. So prime and composite, the definitions are clear, right? Okay, very good. So is the worksheet clear to you? Okay, let's see. How about try the first one? So you need to put a tick mark in front of the right answer in each of these questions. Very good. Perfect. Wow, you're doing a good job, Priya. Okay. Comfortable? So you said prime, right? 26. So 26 is prime. What makes you say so? Any particular reason? Just think about the definition of prime once again. Okay, and what about 26? Let's see. What else? Think. So if you try to divide it by a smaller number, let's say a 2, okay? So is it possible to divide 26 by 2? Because it's even, right? It's an even number, right? Okay, so that means 2 is a factor, okay? So that makes it, yes, you can erase it and you can write a composite. Perfect. Brilliant. Got it? Okay, very good. What about the fourth one? That looks a little tough. Let's see. Hi Ria.